All right. Thank you for tuning in to the And That's Why podcast. So today I'm just going to be going over this video by this content creator. He's actually professional. His name, I don't know his actual professional name, but on YouTube, his name is Pocket Watching with JT. And it says Real Accountant Reacts. So he has his CFP, which is a certified financial planner certification, a license to assist you in tax and financial planning. So we're going to look at this review he has of Jay Morrison. Now, if you don't know Jay Morrison is a real estate. I'm not sure if he actually has like a real estate license, but I do know that he's an investor for sure. And he teaches people about how to invest in real estate. He has this Tulsa real estate program. It's I don't know much about it because he was talking way too fast for me to even think about investing in it. So I don't know. But a lot of other people didn't think he was talking too fast and they invested in it. And now they're getting about, I think, like $3 a year back or something like that. Anyway, so I'm just going to go ahead and go over this video. Again, it's Jay Morrison. It's called Pocket Watching with JT. So I'm going to, give me 1 second here. I'm going to, give me 1 second here. Share the screen here. All right, so all right, perfect. So we're going to go ahead and go in on, let's start it here.
Pocket Watcher Academy. Now, let's go pocket watch it. It was November of 2020. See in the chat. Just hit that like button, right? Just hit that like button and come on in the live chat and let's have some fun. All right, now, pocket watchers, I gotta say thank you over and over again. All right, with this close to 40,000 pocket watchers. I want to understand this. 1 year ago, it was November of 2020. 1 year ago was when I started uploading videos on YouTube. 1 year later, I'm this close to having 40,000 subs, and I cannot do that without your help.
Okay, let me go ahead and subscribe. And if you're watching this, please also subscribe and hit that all button. But he actually has really good reviews. So
I appreciate. So make sure y'all continue to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button.
I'm subscribed to him on another channel.
So I thank you, so cover housekeeping notes before we get this thing going. All right, now listen. I know we're gonna have fun tonight. Right? We're gonna have fun tonight, but listen, I can't be on 2 or 3 hours. Right? I can't. Listen, I gotta hop on.
Hey, is this him right here? Look, is he saying he was a young bull here with this chess piece? Is that what that means? Or is that an old phone piece? That looked like a chess piece and this looked like an old phone, huh? But that's funny. He looked extra young in this picture. And it don't even look like it's been that long since he graduated, but I don't know. I know nothing about this person, but he just looks extra young in this picture. Anyway, that might be his son.
I'm going to Miami this weekend. I'm doing a collab with another content creator, and I got a flight to go out. So I can't be on all night long, but for the time that we have together, we're going to cook. Right? It's okay. We won't be super long, but we are going to have fun. All right? So there's that. Right? Not going to be a super long live. We're going to have some fun. Now, number 2, please help me give a big shout out to the founding father of the Black Manosphere, Mr. O'Shea Jackson. Man,
okay, so I don't deal with the Manosphere. Yeah, I'm good on that. But I just came here to see this review of his professional opinion about this person.
Collab with O'Shea. We bring it up here. Recently did a collab with O'Shea. After this live is over, if you have not yet been over to O'Shea Jackson's page, please go over to his channel and check out the collab that I just did with him. Please. The brother does work, and he is the biggest reason, other than you pocket watchers, he is the biggest reason why my channel is where it is right now, because he did a collab with me when I barely had 1,000 subs, and that really shot my channel off the chart. So make sure you check out the collab collab that I recently did with O'Shea Jackson. Leave a comment. Let them know the Pocket Watcher sent you over there. Okay. Make sure you go.
Now, to be honest, I've watched some of his not majority of his stuff, but I watched some of his content, and he's actually kind of funny. Actually, like his celebrity junk. I think that's what he's called it. I think it's the word. I think that's the word that he's saying. JUNK. Anyways, I think he's kind of funny, but I'm not down with this manosphere shit. But I do know how to separate shit when it needs to be separated. Sometimes it can't, so we'll just see.
That I absolutely appreciate it. Now, let's get into the subject matter. All right, let me take a look at the chat. See what y'all talking about in the chat real quick. We got to get into the subject matter and see exactly what's going on. Now, just to let y'all know, the collab is not with Fresh and Fit. I'm going to Miami. But it ain't to do a collab with Fresh and Fit. They did not invite me down there to do a collab. So y'all ain't got to worry about that. But listen, we about to have some fun. I got to let you know what really made tonight's Fake Guru Friday happen. A Pocket Watcher sent me an email a couple of days ago. And listen, if y'all want to give me content for the show, the best way you can give me content for the show is to either put a message down in the comments, right? Or you can email me. You can email pocketwatcherjt@gmail.com. So this is what a particular Pocket Watcher did. They emailed me at pocketwatcherjt@gmail.com.
Awesome. And if you want to come email me content, it's go Miss Eileen, which is EILEEN @gmail.com.
Pocket Watcher sent me a video. He said, Jay Morrison is talking about you on Dr. Boyce Watkins' channel. So they said,
oh snap. I did not know that. This is the first reaction. I did not know this. Now today is November 20th, and this was 20 hours ago. So almost a day now since he recorded. I did not know this.
The interview. And I watched the interview. It was kind of hard because it's like, two guys, talking to each other back and forth. Both of them have a little bit of scammy vibe to them. And the name of the interview was like, Jay Morrison answers all the tough questions. But if you actually watch the interview, there's no tough questions that Boyce asked Jay. No question is tough. Every question is a softball question. Every question he's basically giving him an alley-oop for an easy answer.
Right.
So I don't know why Boyce, other than the fact that Boyce is the king of clickbait.
No, seriously. Boyce Watkins, listen. I used to listen to Boyce Watkins. I do not listen to Boyce Watkins anymore. Mostly because of the clickbait titles. I'll be like, dude. And then he rambles on and on and on about nothing. And then I just be like, okay, I don't really care that you care about this because you're presenting yourself as a professional. So I care about your professional life, like what you have there. But yeah, Boyce Watkins, he's the king of
Boyce is a clickbait. Don't get that confused for a moment. Boyce will clickbait you in a heartbeat. There's no reason why Boyce has so many subscribers that he does, but he has very, very few views based on the subscribers that he got. Sooner or later, if you are a subscriber to Dr. Boyce Watkins, you realize that the guy is a big-time clickbaiter, and I guess you just stop watching his content because he doesn't get the amount of views that his subscriber count would say. But so is Jay Morrison. So these guys are great to work with each other because Jay Morrison is the exact same way too. You go to Jay Morrison's channel, you see Jay Morrison has like 200,000 subs, but Jay Morrison drops a video, he gets like 50 views, 300 views, maybe 1,000 views. He's got over almost 200,000 subs. He can't buy a view on his channel. And we're gonna talk about why. We're gonna get into this.
That's crazy. That's a red flag right there. If you're looking at somebody's their account and you see that their subscriber count is way off, and this is like when they have subscribers, right? Like they've been doing this for a while. This is kind of what they're doing, and you see that there's like 30,000-40,000 subs and not even cracking 1,000 views. That's a little strange, a little bit strange, depending on, but most of them, like on average.
We're gonna get into this, but I gotta show you guys the video that was sent to me, and this is the video that basically sparked tonight's Fake Guru Friday. Fake Guru Friday. This is the video that did it. So let me pull this up so we can kind of watch this together. All right. So here's a little clip of the interview between Dr. Boyce and Jay Morrison, and we'll kind of break everything down. So here we go. Even with the NFLPA, they sent a warning letter out that said basically warning to the entire NFL database of active and former players, saying watch this guy, three-time felon, right? Watch the Tulsa real estate fund. But that was instigated by a black man off of Instagram who was an accountant who didn't like one of my accounting posts about tax strategies. Tax write-offs for dummies, right? It's for entrepreneurs. The principle is, and he had a friend at the NFLPA, another black man, and he literally leveraged that. That led to, what we believe anyway, because there were no other grounds, that led for the SEC, Security Exchange Commission, and the FBI, the DOJ, to both really knock on our door after the video. All right, so.
Hey, He has a fiduciary obligation to tell us this. This is his job. What he did is his job. He has a fiduciary responsibility to give us now really it's reserved to his clients, but since he's doing this reaction channel about real life macro businesses that are, that he's not in their business, but he's giving you a synopsis of, or breakdown analysis of, these businesses models that these men are passing off as wholesome, and he's breaking it down as an account, because this is what you should be doing. They should present you with the offer, and we should be taking it to someone like this person here, JT, or an accountant that understands these types of things. Most accountants, because there's different types of accountants, but he's a financial accountant. There's other, entrepreneur accountants, stuff like that. But let's listen.
Let's break that down. I watched that and I was like, what is going on? When I see that video, in my mind, one or two things have to be going on. Either one, Jay Morrison is talking about someone else. He can't be talking about me. Clearly he's talking about someone else. So that's one option. Maybe he's talking about someone else because the events that actually happened didn't go that way. And we'll get into that. So that's one option. He's talking about someone else. Or number two, Jay Morrison is as stupid as many people online claim that he is. So one of these two things is going on right now. Either Jay Morrison.
I would say I would say number two, because we all know this nigga ain't got no fucking sense.
Is talking about another black accountant online that had an issue with some content that he talked about with taxes. Or Jay Morrison is just as dumb as a lot of people online claim that he is. It's one of these two. But let's get into it. So what actually happened? What actually happened? It's story time. Tonight is story time. Remember, I'm not going to be long because I got to jump on a flight to Miami. But it's story time. What actually happened? How did Mr. Jay Morrison end up on the Pocket Watchers radar? Here we go. So a couple of years ago, this is before his Tulsa real estate fund was even live and open and taking donations on investors. However you want to take a look at it. Either he was taking on investors or he was taking on donations. However you want to look at it. But before that even kicked off, he put a post online. And in that post, he was giving celebrities tax advice. And if you've watched any of the Pocket Watchers content covering Jay Morrison, it's very easy to understand that Jay Morrison has no idea what he is talking about. If it's dealing with taxes, if it's dealing with investments, he has no idea. He even uses basic terms that you would learn in the very first week of an accounting class or the very first week of a finance class in college. Just the terms. He uses those wrong because he has no idea what the hell he's talking about. All right?
Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is what you would do when you have a business. If you're thinking about investing in a business, you would want to go to someone who is versed on the community and culture where you're coming from, that you're trying to do the business in, or just someone who is not just book smart, who didn't just go to college. He also has his ear to the streets, so he know this don't seem balanced. This ain't book smart or street smart. You should be somewhere in the middle. Not Jay Morrison.
I want to keep that in the forefront of your mind. Here's the other issue. The general public that he speaks to, he knows that for the most part, they're financially illiterate. All right? That's the reality that we live in. No matter what community you're in.
Like I just said, he knows. What he's saying is Jay Morrison knows you're not going to go to a guy like him. He knows this. And he knows that he is the one that knows the basic understandings of financial accounting, even house accounting in the Black community. A lot of people know certain terms, but one of the main reasons for miscommunications is both people think they know the actual definition of a term. That's the main reason of miscommunication. So if someone is using terms that you're not used to using every day, maybe you're not in the financial or banking business and you don't use these terms every day, and you just want to invest your money, because most people just want to invest them. They don't want to take the time to do all that extra stuff. One, because not necessarily because they're lazy, but because they don't have the time. Most people are already providing for a family and using their time to work and then take care of their family household situations. So they don't necessarily always have the time to research investors. So the best thing to do would be to hire a guy, something like this, or an accountant or a financial planner. A financial planner will be best because they have a fiduciary responsibility to tell you what they see according to the law.
Doesn't matter, Black, white, Hispanic, whatever. The vast majority of the population, they're financially illiterate. So when Jay Morrison uses a financial term wrong or he does financial math incorrectly, there's a pretty good chance that his audience They're not going to notice.
Yep.
Because they have no idea what it is that he's talking about.
Exactly.
Neither does he, but he says it with such conviction.
Yeah.
He says it with such confidence.
No,
that a person who does not know better.
Jay Morrison says it with a lot of emotion, and a lot of Black people are sold on emotion because we think that that is how you make decisions, but it's not. It's just not that way you make decisions at all.
Well, they would probably believe what he said. So this is what happened. He put out a post basically breaking down how someone could save money in taxes. And based on the fact that I went to school for this, I have an undergraduate degree in accounting. I went on to get my certificate in financial planning from Howard University School of Business.
What he's telling you is he has the credentials and he has the knowledge and understanding all the way to completion to know what is being said here on a legal level.
I am a licensed financial advisor in tax and investment. Recently passed the Certified Financial Planner exam. So you'll see.
Congratulations on that, sir.
3 letters behind my name, CFP, Certified Financial Planner, which is the gold standard when it comes to any financial advisor.
It is. It definitely is. I learned this a while ago back in investing some years ago. But yes, that is. You do want a CFP, a Certified Financial Planner. They're obligated by law to tell you the truth. So if something happens and they're negligent, you can sue them.
It basically shows that I have the highest qualification when it comes to my education, the fact that I was examined and tested on what I know, my experience, and my ethics. Those are the 4 E's. You have to have education.
Oh, yeah, the ethics there. Listen, I've been through licensing exams, and those are brutal-ass exams. You need to know your shit. They don't give you no wiggle room. They don't give you no extra credit question. This is not college. It's professional exams. These are professional exams. You don't have a, if you have to take it over, they'll give you a certain amount of time to take them, but if you fail in a certain amount of time, you have to redo the whole thing all over again. Maybe not the training, but you have to do the whole setup all over again. And usually when you get in your fiduciary, so I'm licensed, not in accounting or anything like that, but the industry that I'm in, I had to go through a whole FBI check. They had to do fingerprints because I'm selling securities. So I don't know if he's selling anything, but he's advising you on securities. And if you commit any kind of fraud in the securities department, that means you can't trade, you can't tell nobody nothing, you can't actually do anything.
Pass the exam, experience, ethics. Have to have all those things, those 4 E's, to be able to have those 3 letters behind your name. So when I took a look at the tax advice that Tremaine Morrison was giving out, basically, it was tax evasion. Basically, it was a criminal act that he was suggesting that people do. I would pull up the clip, but it would take me too long to do it. All you have to do is go through my videos with Jay Morrison, and you'll probably be able to find and understand the theme of what Jay Morrison does. But here's the basic story of it. Jay Morrison was basically giving people advice to save money on taxes by setting up a fraudulent business, a business that has no intention whatsoever to ever generate a profit, a business where you can funnel all of your personal expenses, the clothes that you wear, the car that you drive, maybe even the home that you live in. You can funnel all your personal expenses into this shell consulting company, and you can use those personal expenses as a tax deduction against all your other income. This is basically the advice that
don't even sound right. That sound like some nigga rig shit if y'all ever did hear some shit. That don't even sound right.
That Jay Morrison was giving. Now, when I saw this, and remember at this time, I have no idea who the hell Jay Morrison is. I mean, I understand in his narrow little space on the internet, he has some kind of fame in his little area.
Yeah.
But in the real world of finance and accounting and financial advisors, nobody knows who the hell Jay Morrison is.
And here's the thing. It does not matter that you don't know who Jay Morrison is or that I have never actually bought a product or listened to any of his fast talk. The point is that there's all kinds of individuals like this out there. And these are the kind of schemes that are happening today in today's world.
Trust me, no one knows. Go to some of the bigger real estate people on YouTube and ask them, go in the comments, have you ever heard of Jay Morrison? Go to white YouTube. Go to the people who have hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of subscribers, and they are deep in real estate. Ask them, do you know who Jay Morrison is? Now, I'm not including who's the Scientologist, Greg Cardone. I'm not including Greg Cardone because Greg Cardone is in the mix. Greg's in the mix. You got to take him out of the group. But I'm talking about more legitimate people who actually do, like real business and they don't do scammy stuff. If you ask them, they'll have no idea who Jay Morrison is. But back to the story. So I saw, and I want to give a shout out. Thank you, K Business Podcast, bro. I appreciate the support, man. I appreciate the support. So after I see this post that Jay Morrison was basically telling people how to commit tax evasion, which is a crime, because it is against the law to set up a business purely for the reason to take a tax deduction. That's not what it's supposed to be for. Just to let you guys know that. So when I saw this post, I then figure out who he is, and I go to his website. He has a website, and I find his email address, and I type up an email, and I very politely explain to him why what he was representing as tax tips and tax advice, why it was basically tax evasion, and that he should probably take the post down. Because the post.
Okay, now, listen, hold on for 2 seconds. Now, I am a Christian, okay? Now, in the Christian world, this is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to reach out to the person privately and talk to them about the subject matter, whatever grievance that you have, right? And his grievance is that you are telling people to commit fraud, which could get them locked up. But let's say they did get locked up, this could get a mark on their record. You can't get no job with no fraud, no securities fraud. That means you can't invest. I mean, you can't grow your portfolio. They won't let you be involved with securities, the stock market, forex, stock options. They won't let you get involved with that if you have a securities fraud on your record. They won't let you get involved with it. They'll give you a certain amount of time where you can, but in the meantime, in between time, I mean, you can't buy stocks, bonds, nothing that the government has offered to help you grow your money other than working. Hell no.
Post was going kind of viral. I mean, the post was kind of going viral.
So he did reach out to this man, which is commendable. And let's see what happened.
People were saying, "Oh man, that's a gem. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that." I said, "Listen, man, because of your profile in your space on the internet, people are going to see this post and they're going to attempt to do what you're saying."
Exactly. Now this is going rampant on Clubhouse. People was lying and shit. But hold on, let's keep going further.
And one, you're not qualified to give anybody any type of financial or tax advice, so you should stop right there.
Right. What advice? Like, that's crazy to me. If anything, he would be saying something about what type of moves you should be moving to in general. You know what I mean?
Two, what you're saying is a criminal act that could get people in trouble. So you need to take the post down. Real quick, shout out to Paul the Baptist for a $10 super chat. Thank you, Paul the Baptist. And my brother, before the billions in the house with the $4.99 super chat. Thank you. And I gave it about maybe a week for the response. Didn't get with the response. Now, I understand he's a busy man. Doing a lot of things on the internet. He's a very busy man.
That nigga ain't doing shit. He seen your shit and he was like, hell no, he finna fuck up my bag. I'm not finna respond. And that's what it was. I mean, I know that you got this brotherhood with him and you giving him the benefit of the doubt, but fuck that shit. That nigga seen that shit and he was like, this is a real accountant and I'm gonna just handle it through, my means, through my people. And that's what he thought. I mean,
a good week for a response.
In my opinion.
When I didn't see the response, at that point, I felt compelled, right? I have to say something. So I believe I reposted his post with a disclaimer explaining why what he was saying was wrong. Remember, this is before I had Pocket Watching with JD. This was a few years ago. So I didn't even have the YouTube channel at that time. I redid his post with a disclaimer explaining why what he was saying was wrong. Then I went to the pages of some of the celebrities who were in the video, and I basically made a comment in the post telling them, hey, listen, there are many errors in what Mr. Jay Morrison is saying. And I told them, please contact a qualified licensed financial advisor before you attempt what he's saying, right?
Again, this is his job to do what he's doing. This is he just explained to us how he went through that long road to get those letters, CFP, right? Certified Financial Planner. He went through college, he had to graduate, and then he had to pass that exam, right? Now, his job is to tell you if he sees shady shit, even if he doesn't have to warn us if we're not his clients. He don't. But this right here is his job if we were his clients.
I think that was pretty fair. Guys, I mean, right now, if you've been a pocket watcher for the past few weeks, or especially if you've been here since day one, but if you've seen at least 4 or 5 of my videos, you know I can get a little pettier than that. Right? I think we've established the level of pettiness I can get. That was extremely professional of me to say it in that manner. And I want to say it wasn't longer than a couple of hours until I got a response. But it wasn't from Mr. Real Estate. It wasn't from Jay Morrison. The response actually came from his wife, Ernestine. At the time, they were married. Right? It was Ernestine Johnson at the time. I'm looking like, I have no idea who this woman is. No idea who this
I told you they sing. I told you.
But she was coming to defend Ernestine was coming to defend her man in the comments. Now, I don't know why she got.
Now, why does she got that old ass 1940s name? Seriously? And here she come with her 1940s logic. Not my baby. Not mine.
To defend him. He's a grown man. He saw my post. He didn't say anything. His lip was buttoned. But Ernestine, for some reason, she decided to come and defend her man. And basically what she said was, these are proven wealth management strategies that we've helped many clients do. I was sitting there like, wealth management strategies? Who are you guys? I mean, one guy is a real estate agent who no longer has a license to do real estate. And we might get into why he no longer has his license to be a real estate agent. He was a real estate agent on the East Coast years ago. And we might get into why he's no longer licensed in real estate. We'll see. And she is a D-list actress. I don't understand why any.
Okay, I did not know she was a D-list actress. I just thought that maybe they met in college or something. I don't know. I don't know their background, but I do know they
professional athlete would be taking wealth strategy tips from a real estate agent who no longer is licensed and a D-list actress from Atlanta. That was a little confusing to me. But I replied to her, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't on a super petty level. Now, it could have been petty because I can't remember exactly what I said. But I'm going to err on the side that I don't think I went super petty on my first reply to her. I basically told her that, it doesn't matter if you've told people to do this in the past, it's still something that's illegal and that they shouldn't be doing. But it didn't stop there. I want to say a day later after that, I could be getting the dates mixed up. Maybe it was a couple of days, but you get the general understanding of what's going on. Let's just say later, after I replied to that post, I get a message from Miss Ernestine Johnson, who called my office. So, I mean, obviously, I'm somewhat of a public figure. I mean, my business is open to the public. You can Google my name. You can find my office address. You can find the phone number to my office. This woman calls my office, and she wants to talk to me one-on-one. Mm-hmm. And I remember because the receptionist said,
Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that she's going to try to talk him out of blasting him out on social media.
We have Ernestine Johnson on the phone. Remember, at the time, I don't even know. I have no idea who this person is. So I didn't remember this is some D-list actress on Instagram. Like I made the post and forgot about it. So I asked the receptionist. I said, "What is this regarding? That's normally what I ask them if I can't remember the person's name. Like, what are they calling for?" And this is what the receptionist said. The receptionist said, "She said you'll know what it's about." The arrogance.
No professionalism. Like, seriously? You're calling to someone's place of business and you can't give a proper presentation to their assistant?
The arrogance of this woman is ridiculous. She told my receptionist, "I will know what it's about." I don't know you. Most of the world does not know you. Just because, and I think there is a confusion to internet influencers. They believe just because they have like 200,000 followers online, they think just because they got 200,000 followers online, that people actually know who they are and that they have an overinflated impression of what their importance is. Right? That's the best way to put it. So she said, he'll know what it's about. And honestly, at the time, I had no idea what it was about. But I said, okay, whatever. Clearly, maybe this is something important. So go ahead and let it through. So the receptionist clicked over. And all of a sudden, I said, this is Jason. And all of a sudden, I hear just like squawking. Like it wasn't no general, pleasantries. It wasn't no hello, this is Ernestine. None of that.
She was just, okay, so you already know what type of people these are. They getting mad that you finding out about the scam, but it's a thinly veiled scam. So, I mean, this is why he's like, yeah, no.
It was, I don't understand why a black man who's an accountant online.
Oh, there we go. This is the scam artist package is the race card. They always pull out the race card. That's their go-to. They love the race card because that really kind of is their spade. It used to be their spade, but look, he has a whole chess situation.
Hey, call another black man. That's how the conversation started out, people. I just want to know why you're a black man. You're supposed to be a professional, and you're making posts online. Why couldn't you call him? I was like, call who? Who are you talking about? Why couldn't you call Jay? Wait, you're trying to embarrass Jay online. I'm like, damn. Me and Jay, you acting like me and Jay Morrison went to middle school together. I don't know this dude. What do you think? Why did I call him? What are you talking about? Then apparently she gets frustrated with me and she hands the phone over to Jay. Now I will admit this. Jay Morrison was much more calmer than Ernestine. She was in the back. But Jay was much more calm. And Jay does what he does. He said, King Jason. he starts with
okay, he sees immediately that he's trying to, pander to him. Like he's literally trying to court him into not telling the truth. He already sees it. He didn't, because Ernestine didn't call in and say, hey, let's discuss the contents of the post. She called in talking about, why are you talking about the scheme? I mean, in so many words.
He's like, King Jason, how you doing? Whenever someone starts talking like that, you need to hold on to your wallet, right? If someone calls you brother or king too many times, if they do it more than once or twice in a conversation, hold on to your wallet.
Exactly, because they're pandering to you. They're trying to butter you up to get you in a situation where you feel like you're vulnerable and you can trust this person, and whatever it is that they're telling you, you can trust them, and the next move for you is going to be the best move. But it's not.
Right? Trust me, you'll thank me later. If someone's calling you brother, King Jason over and over again, you don't even know this guy, hold on to your wallet because a scam is coming. But he's like, hey, bro, I respect what you do, and I understand your standpoint on it, and I admit, I don't know everything, but I got a team of accountants and lawyers, and they told me this was cool. But if you say it's not cool, then I got to get on him. I was like, okay, like the whole time I'm thinking to myself, there's no need for me to be a part of this conversation. Like, why are you on the phone with me? I have no idea. He was like, but honestly, bro, we trying to build, and I just feel like you could have reached out. And I told him, like, listen, man, I actually emailed you. I went to your website and I emailed you days before I made the post. So the exact same thing that you're asking me for right now, for me to reach out to you before I made the post public, I actually did that. So maybe you need to check the email more, but I actually did that. So he sits back, I'm assuming he's back. He's over the phone, and he says, well, yeah, I understand that, bro, but listen, you could have DM'd me. When I didn't respond back with the email, you could have DM'd.
No, he got the email. He was just expecting you not to do anything. He was expecting you to just act like it didn't happen.
I'm gonna DM you. Like, first of all, me emailing you was honestly a little above and beyond what I needed to do. I didn't have to do none of that. I could have just corrected you. You made a statement publicly. All right, just understand this for a second, people. It's not as if me and Jay Morrison had a private conversation. And in this private conversation, Jay Morrison says to me, hey, I think so-and-so can do this with their taxes. And I tell him, nah, I don't think that's right. And then I go online and say, Jay Morrison just said to do this, that was your taxes.
Exactly.
He has no idea what he's talking about. See, that would be improper, right?
That way. See, the Christian way, which I don't know if he's Christian, but you're supposed to reach out to them and try to work it out behind the scenes. You're supposed to. But this is all on social media. So, I mean, you out here scamming people publicly. So, there we go.
Private conversation. I could have corrected him privately and moved on. I don't know this man at all. Not at all. All right? I even take the step to email him privately and told him that he probably should take the post down. Then when he did not respond, that is when I went public. And honestly, when I say I went public, people, I had less than 1,000 followers on Instagram at the time. I still don't have a lot of followers on Instagram. I got less than 5,000 followers on Instagram to this day. So it's like I went public. I made a post, tagged them in the post, of course, because I'm not running for nothing. I made a post, tagged them in it, and also went to the celebrities that he gave this advice to, went to their Instagram page, and basically told them, hey, don't follow this blindly. Seek out an actual professional. That way, you can protect yourself. So he kind of goes back and forth a little bit over the phone and says, well, I'm going to check out with my team and make sure everything's cool, and we'll see what happens. And honestly, that's the last time I ever spoke to Ernestine or Jay in person. Now, Ernestine jumped in my DM a couple of times later, and some of my posts later. But honestly, it's nothing really to tap dance about. If I remember later, maybe I'll make a post and show y'all some of the DMs. But it's nothing real big. She was just, squawking, yak about how, I'm trying to come up off their name, this, that, and other, blah, 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 blah. But it can be ignored. A person like Ernestine can be ignored because, she's just yakking. But then later on, so let me get to the video that he's talking about where I'm the reason why the NFL Players Association put out the warrant. All right, so let me get to that. So later on, I actually had a client come to me, and he talks about this Tulsa real estate fund. Now remember, at this time, I have no idea that Jay Morrison has anything to do with the Tulsa real estate fund. I never even heard of Tulsa real estate fund. So when a client comes to me and he says, hey, man, have you heard about this Tulsa real estate fund? Obviously, my answer is no, I have no idea. What the hell is the Tulsa real estate fund? So he sends me some of the documents. He sends me some of the videos and the posts. And it doesn't take you long to realize this is a Jay Morrison project. Jay Morrison is like Diddy in a music video in the late 90s. Right? He's all over the place. He's all in the videos dancing. You can't say Tulsa real estate fund without saying Jay Morrison because it's all about him. Him. So the second I see this guy, I say to myself, oh, come on, man. What is it? So now this guy has a real estate investment fund. Okay. All right. Now, the client, they actually wanted my advice. They were like, should I invest in this? And while Jay Morrison is correct, I do have clients who are members of the NFLPA. That's the National Football League Player Association. I do have clients who are part of the NFLPA. But I did not use any type of influence that I have to make them put out that warrant, right? But what I did do my research. Like anyone can do their research. So this is what I found. Just to be clear, this is what late 2016. This is around the time the fund is starting, right? They didn't go public until I think 2018, but the fund started in 2016, 2017. Back in late 2016, I want to say December, Jermaine J. Morrison filed for bankruptcy. Bankruptcy filings are public information. He filed for bankruptcy on the East Coast, I believe in New Jersey. And in this bankruptcy document, it shows that he has no ability to manage his own money, okay? He said that he only made around $3,000 a month. He didn't have the ability to pay off his debts. So he wanted the bankruptcy court to forgive him of all his debts. And one of the debts that Jay Morrison had was based on a bad business deal that happened, okay? And this is in the documents. I might do a post and share. I already did videos on this, people, honestly. I did videos on this, but this is just, I'm walking it down for you. What happened was, according to the documents, Jay Morrison was brought in to a real estate deal with people he knew personally. It's not strangers. This is people who he knew from a young age, like neighborhood friends. He got brought into a real estate deal. And in this deal, Jay Morrison basically sold the house out from under his partners, right? So the deal was basically this. Jay Morrison didn't have to put up any money in the deal. His friends had the actual house. And they had the money to rehab or to, redo and fix up the house. Jay Morrison's part in this real estate deal was that he was supposed to come in and sell the house for a high number because he was a celebrity real estate agent at the time. So they brought Jay in on the deal. What ends up happening is one of the partners drive by the property one day and they look at the house and they see there's people in the house. I mean, there's people in the house living in the house like the house was sold. So the partner pulls up to the house, knock on the door, want to know what's going on. And the people inside are like, yeah, we bought the house. The house is ours. We bought this house. Jay, allegedly, this is all in court documents. Jay sold the house without telling his partners. Not only did he sell the house without telling his partners, he sold the house for less than what the partners told him to sell the house for.
Wow.
And kept all the money. And this is the guy.
That's
who
crazy.
A real estate fund that one of my clients is interested.
Hell no. Listen, long story short, don't fuck with this nigga. This nigga has countless stories like this where he's screwing people over. Hell no. Listen, Jay Morrison and his wife and their company, they have this, I don't know if it's called, let me see. They have this company or this. I think this is it right here. All right, so this is the bullshit that they bought with this Tulsa real estate fund. They bought this building, and this is the grand opening of the thing here. And then this is the actual center. This is his wife, Ernestine Johnson Morrison. All right, so then this is a nice, headquarters. This is nice. However, I don't know what they're actually using it for. I don't know what this is for. I don't. But this is the old building. This is the old building, and then they painted it. Now this is it's a really nice building. It looks nice, but I don't know what they're actually doing. I don't know what the Legacy Center is supposed to be for. Let's see, Atlanta. Oh, it's an event venue. Oh, co-working space and event venue. Okay. Now this is all them in here having some type of probably a manifestation event. And this is now this is cool. This is nice. I don't know. I mean, sure. Look, in Atlanta, there's a lot of Black businesses, so this would be smart for that area. But at the same time, this is a legitimate thing that you can go in there, you can book, you can rent your space or whatever. This to me wouldn't be. This is a no-brainer because you can get your receipt and get your time that you're supposed to be in this area. But when you're doing stuff online and then you have rumors, it's not even just rumors. You got people who are just deciding to take your money and do whatever the fuck they want to do with it. No, that's not how this works. And that's not how any of this works. Now, why does it say Queens on this bathroom? Oh boy. There's another red flag there, y'all. Look, this is Medgar Evers right here. It's pretty cool. It's nice inside this building. Yeah, I must say it's actually nice. If you're in Atlanta, you should go here, but I wouldn't. I mean, here's the thing. This man is a swindler, like in my opinion. So I wouldn't want to have any of my business around him. I wouldn't want to have any clients meet me up here, even though it's a nice building. I don't know what you up to. Now, this is the Tulsa Real Estate Fund Founders Wall. Now, this is that scam I was telling you, or that scheme. I don't know if it's a scam, but it definitely is a scheme because I think they only getting like $3 back. None of them knew what the hell they was getting into. I don't know what that means either. But this is a nice office space. It is. It's a nice office and event space. Let's see. Oh, this is the, I don't know if this is the day that it opened. Anyway, so yeah, that's basically it. I'm just gonna leave that here because basically it's just him reacting to some of the schemes and scam and him going through his, the information. I'm gonna leave the link to his video in the description box. So if you want to watch the rest of it, you can. I'm not gonna do the rest of it, but you get the gist of it. This person, Jay Morrison, is a schemer who is hell bent on trying to figure out ways to come and get your money. And the ways he's going to do it is through real estate investing. So make sure you beware. All right. Thank you for watching the podcast. I'll see you later. Bye.